Let me ask you something real quick, and don't just brush it off. What would happen tonight if you were completely alone? No one in the next room, no one checking in, no one even noticing if you didn't answer your phone. Would you feel peaceful? Or would something inside you get a little uneasy? Yeah, most people don't like to admit it, but that feeling right there, that quiet discomfort, that's the truth trying to get your attention. Because living alone after 60 sounds strong, independent, even empowering. And hey, it can be, but only if you're actually ready for it. Not just emotionally, but practically, mentally, physically. And here's the thing nobody tells you straight. Independence without preparation isn't freedom. It's risk. And I've seen it happen too many times where someone says, I got this, I don't need anyone. And then life throws one small unexpected moment. Just one, and suddenly everything changes. Like this one guy, right? Early 70s, super confident, took pride in doing everything himself, didn't want help, didn't want to feel old. One night he trips. Nothing crazy, just a bad step, but he couldn't get up. Phone's out of reach. Hours go by, and in those hours, something shifts. Not just physically, mentally, because that's when it hits you. You're not as in control as you thought. And I know, you might be thinking, that won't happen to me. Yeah, that's exactly what he thought too. See, this isn't about scaring you. It's about waking you up before life does it the hard way. Because being ready means thinking ahead. Like really ahead. It means having something within arm's reach if things go sideways. Not, I'll grab my phone. No. Something faster, easier, automatic. Because emergencies don't give you time to think. And let's talk about something deeper for a second. Something most people avoid. Loneliness. Yeah, I said it. Because here's the truth. Silence hits different when it's not your choice. At first, it feels peaceful. No noise, no stress, no drama. But then days pass. Conversations get shorter. You start eating meals without talking. And slowly, without even realizing it, your world gets smaller. And smaller, until one day you wake up and think, when was the last time I actually laughed with someone? And that right there, that's dangerous. Not physically, emotionally, mentally, because humans aren't built to disappear quietly. We're built to connect. Even the strongest, most independent person still needs some kind of human interaction. And no, that doesn't mean you need to be surrounded by people all the time. It just means you shouldn't vanish from the world. Call someone. Step outside. Join something. Even if it feels awkward at first. Yeah, it might feel weird. You might think, this isn't me. But trust me, isolation changes you faster than you think. And not in a good way. And while we're being real, look around your house right now. Seriously, look at it. Is it actually safe? Or just familiar? Because those are two very different things. That rug you've had for years. That poor lighting in the hallway. Those stairs you walk every day without thinking. Yeah, those are the things that get people. Not big dramatic accidents. Small overlooked details. And the scary part, you don't notice them until it's too late. Because comfort tricks you. It makes you think everything's fine just because it's always been that way. But always doesn't mean safe. And this is where most people mess up. They wait, they delay. They say, I'll fix it later. But later has a funny way of turning into never. And I don't want that for you. I really don't. So, if anything I'm saying right now is hitting you even a little bit, don't ignore it. That feeling, that little voice, that's awareness kicking in. And that's a good thing. And hey, real quick, if you're still watching this and you know this matters, drop a comment and just say, I'm ready. Yeah, simple, because I want to know who's actually taking this seriously and who's just nodding along and forgetting everything 5 minutes later. And if you've got someone in your life, a parent, a neighbor, a friend, who's living alone or planning to, send this to them. Don't overthink it. Just share it, because sometimes people don't realize what they need to hear until someone puts it right in front of them. Now here's where it gets even more real, because living alone isn't just about safety. It's about structure. Yeah, structure. Something most people lose without even noticing. Because when nobody's around, there's no schedule, no rhythm, no reason to stay consistent. Mornings blend into afternoons. Days start feeling the same. And before you know it, you're not really living. You're just passing time. And that's where motivation drops. Energy fades. Even your mood takes a hit. And it's sneaky. It doesn't happen all at once. It builds slowly. Like you skip one walk, then another. Then suddenly it's been a week. And you don't even feel like going anymore. And that's how independence turns into isolation. Not overnight, but step by step. And here's the fix. You create your own rhythm, your own routine, something that gives your day meaning. Doesn't have to be strict, just intentional. Wake up with a reason, move your body, talk to someone, do something that makes you feel alive, not just comfortable, because comfort, as nice as it sounds, can quietly hold you back. And let's talk about your health for a second. Not in a scary way, just real. Your body changes. Things feel different, and it's easy to brush it off. It's nothing, just getting older. Yeah, but sometimes nothing is actually something, and ignoring it doesn't make you strong. It just delays the moment you have to deal with it. And you deserve better than that. You deserve awareness, care, attention, not neglect, even from yourself. And here's something most people avoid thinking about: your backup plan. Yeah, if something goes wrong, who knows? Who shows up? Who even notices? Because hoping everything will be fine isn't a plan. It's a gamble. And life doesn't always play fair. So write it down. Make it clear. Make it real. Because in the moment you need it, you won't have time to figure it out. And let me tell you something powerful. This whole idea of living alone, it's not a weakness. It's not sad. It's not something to fear. It's actually a chance. A chance to live on your own terms, with your own rules, your own peace, but only if you approach it the right way, with awareness, preparation, and the right mindset, because your mindset shapes everything. If you keep telling yourself, I'm alone, you'll feel lonely. But if you tell yourself, I'm independent, you'll feel in control. Same situation, different story. And the story you choose matters more than anything else. So choose wisely. And listen, before you click away, I want you to do something simple. Think about your current situation. Honestly, not what you tell people, not what you pretend. The real version. Are you actually ready to live alone? Or are there things you've been ignoring? And if there are, don't wait. Don't delay. Start fixing them today, one step at a time. Because the goal isn't just to survive alone. It's to live well, confidently, peacefully, without fear in the back of your mind. And if this hit you, if this made you think, even just a little, hit that share button. Send it to someone who needs it. and drop a comment saying, "I'm taking control." Because that's what this is really about. Taking control of your life before life forces you to. Listen, if you take nothing else from this video, take this seriously. Living alone after 60 is not just a lifestyle choice, it's a responsibility. And not in a heavy, scary way, but in a real, honest, this is your life kind of way. Because the truth is, nobody is coming to manage your safety, your routine, your health, or your peace of mind. That part is on you now. And that's not a bad thing. It's actually power, but only if you use it right. So here's what I want you to do. Not tomorrow, not when you feel like it, today. Start small, don't overwhelm yourself. Walk through your home slowly, like you're seeing it for the first time. Notice the little things you've been ignoring for years. The loose rug, the dark corner, the step that feels just a little off. And instead of saying, "It's fine, fix it," because those tiny details are the ones that change everything in 1 second. And you don't get a warning before that second comes. Then look at your daily life, be honest. Are your days structured or are they just passing by? Because there's a big difference between living and just existing. Create a rhythm. Something simple but consistent. Wake up at a time that gives your day purpose. Move your body even if it's just a short walk. Talk to someone even if it's just a quick call. Because isolation doesn't announce itself. It creeps in quietly. And once it settles, it's harder to push back. So don't let it get comfortable in your life. And when it comes to your health, stop brushing things off. Seriously, that small pain, that unusual feeling, that little change, don't ignore it just because you don't want to deal with it. Paying attention to your body is not weakness. It's intelligence. It's respect for yourself. And you've earned that? You really have? And here's something most people avoid because it feels uncomfortable. But it's one of the most important things you can do. Create a clear, simple emergency plan. Know who to call. Make sure someone checks on you regularly. Keep important numbers where you can reach them without thinking. Because in a real moment of stress, confusion is your worst enemy. Clarity is what saves you. And don't just keep this plan in your head. Make it real. Write it down. Tell someone. Make sure it exists outside of your thoughts. Because thoughts disappear under pressure. But preparation stays. And let's talk about your mindset for a second. Because this might be the most powerful shift you can make. Stop telling yourself, "I'm alone." Because that word carries weight. It pulls your energy down without you even noticing. Instead, start saying, "I'm independent." Because independence is not loneliness. It's control, it's freedom, it's strength. And the story you repeat in your mind every day. That becomes your reality. So choose a story that supports you, not one that slowly breaks you down. And don't forget this. Staying connected doesn't mean losing your independence. It actually protects it. Having people in your life, even in small ways, keeps you grounded, aware, and emotionally strong. So don't push everyone away just to prove a point. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. Your goal is not to look strong. Your goal is to live well. And living well means being smart enough to accept support when you need it, and giving it when you can. And here's something I want you to really sit with. Independence is not about doing everything alone. It's about making sure that if something happens, you're not helpless. That's the difference. And that difference comes from preparation, from awareness, from taking action before life forces you to. So don't wait for a bad moment to wake you up. Don't wait for a scare, a fall, a health issue, or a long night of silence to realize what you should have done earlier. You still have time right now. And that time is your biggest advantage. Use it. Even if it's just one small change today, One call, one fix, one decision. Because those small actions add up. They build safety, confidence, and peace of mind. And that peace? That quiet confidence of knowing I'm ready. That's what real independence feels like. Not fear, not uncertainty. Just calm control over your own life. And if this message hit you even a little, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who might need it but won't admit it. Because sometimes the strongest people are the ones who stay silent the longest. And they're the ones who need this the most. And before you go, make a promise to yourself. Not a big dramatic one. Just a simple, real one. That you're going to take your life seriously enough to prepare for it. Because you deserve to live not just longer, but better, safer, calmer, and with dignity. Always with dignity.